guys are amazing. You guys are all amazing. You know, I heard Terrified Janine was going to be here, so that's what brought me. It'd be nice to meet her. So, thanks. This is like, I can't even express my gratitude for all the support that I've been getting on social media, you know, everywhere, for people buying my book, signing up for my courses. I mean, you guys are all a blessing in my life. And I just wanted to thank every single one of you guys, and even those that are not participating in this convention. I just wanted to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Now, I have 20 minutes, so I guess I could begin to share some information. So first and foremost, you know, just like every single one of you guys here, I took the call long ago to serve humanity, and so I actually ended up writing my first book at the age of 28. And it was back in 2008 when I published my first book, The Secret Government. And back in 2008, nobody really knew about the, you know, can I say here? Nobody knew about the cabal, right? And everybody called me a conspiracy theorist. I mean, in my book, The Secret Government, which is no longer in circulation for the reason being that I do reveal too much information in that book. The secret history of the world, the Blood Learning Association, the truth about 9/11, everything was revealed in great detail. And so after 3 years, they actually they suppressed it. You know, I couldn't reprint it, I couldn't do a second edition, but I'm working on getting it back now that the White Hats are in control. Part of my next step is to republish The Secret Government, because even in that book, there's a lot of information that I think you guys will all appreciate. I talk about Isera, you know, way before anybody ever even talked about the Isera, new financial system that now everyone's talking about. And, you know, the history of the White Hats, I mean, technically speaking, you can actually trace it off world. You know, a lot of this that is going on here is you could say a proxy war, you know, between the White Hats and the cabal, a war that has been going on in our Milky Way galaxy for millions of years. And so for those that have read our Cosmic Origin, which is, by the way, the #1 bestseller, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I was able to, you know, trace the origin of this war back to the galaxy, where it all began millions and millions of years ago. So we could say that the origin of the White Hats began in Lyra. You know, that's where the beginning of human origins began. Our true ancestors began in Lyra. So, and in my book, Our Cosmic Origin, I give you guys a detailed understanding of this conflict that has been going on for millions of years. You know, a lot of it began in Lyra. Now, for those that don't know, every human being in the galaxy, every extraterrestrial that is humanoid, and what I mean by humanoid, human-like. You know, they have torso, 5 fingers, humanoid appearances. They all originate in Lyra. And that includes the Pleiadians, that includes the Andromedans, that includes the Alpha Centaurians, the Venetians, all the different human-like species in our galaxy. And the entire universe originated in Lyra. So, you know, to make a correction of facts, we don't come from apes, and we don't come from, you know, Adam and Eve 6,000 years ago. In fact, the original Adam and Eve came from Lyra. And back then, we were a full-dimensional race. We were immortal. The original human being was immortal. And, you know, due to this conflict with the Draco, who are the demons in our galaxy, right, the overlords of the Cabal, you could say, because even the Cabal were taking orders from the Draco, you know. We could say that due to this war with the Draco, we began to drop the densities eventually. And we are now, as far as the galactic wars are concerned, we're at the finish line. So what is going to be unfolding here in the next, hopefully, few months, I hear, you know, that the White Hats are in position now to bring down the cabal, you know, and implement the new financial system. That is going to be the end of the galactic wars, and that has been prophesied throughout all galactic history. So, yeah, this is like the best time to be living in. Like, the fact that we chose to incarnate now, is wonderful. It's the best thing ever. Each and every single one of you guys is part of the White Hats, by the way. You don't have to be military to be a White Hat. As long as you're out there circulating the truth, speaking, what's really going on, and you're planting seeds, activating others, you are part of the White Hats. Every single one of you guys. And they are very real, The White Hats are very real. If it wasn't for the White Hats, we would have all been forced to get the mark of the beast. Every single one of us would be doing our consecration now. So thank God for the alliance in the White Hats and the benevolent races out there, the galactic alliance. We are here for this wonderful time and unjabbed, corrupted, and that's like the best thing ever. So, oh God, I don't know what to say. I think most of you guys already have heard a lot of my interviews, right? Well, I find you questions too. Go ahead.
Do you still think the solar flares might happen before?
Absolutely. We're not about this month, but chances are that it might, because, according to...
Repeat the question, so we know what the question. Repeat the question.
Oh, repeat the question, okay. The question was, she asked me if I think the solar flash is going to be happening this month. And nobody knows the time. Nobody knows the time. And he or she who says the exact date, the exact time is actually not telling the truth. The truth of the matter is that we do have a time frame for this solar flash based on, the phenomenon known as stellar activation cycles, which has a lot to do with the idea that our solar system every 26,000 years enters a high vibrational region in our galaxy known as the photon belt. And based on past entries into the photon belt, we experience ages of light, the golden age, where humankind reaches high levels of consciousness, where people begin to become telepathic again. And some of us might even, manifest supernatural abilities. And this has all been prophesied about. So, to give you an exact time frame, in my book I said somewhere between 2019 to 2023 or 2024. So I'm going to stick to my original vision of the great solar flash. But yeah, it is imminent. It is coming. And that has been prophesied about. It has been predicted. So I can take more questions. Go ahead.
I was just wondering, another explanation of the solar flash that I heard is that actually we are the solar flash, that once we connect, then the flash will occur. Do you have anything to say about that?
I totally agree with you, my sister. And that's another thing that I wanted to remind you all is that we have to do the inner work. We have to do the shadow work. Because the more of us do the inner work, the more of us that begin to collapse the polarity of duality, the faster we have this flash. Because, we carry worldwide knowledge. And one thing that distinguishes our species to the rest of the galaxy, to the galactics, to the different aliens out there, whether good or bad, is that we are the most hybridized race in the multiverse. We are the culmination of every race put into one species. And that's what makes us different. And every race out there knows that. So what that means is that we have the ability to connect directly to God, to Source, to Prime Creator, whatever you want to call it, the higher power, because it is in us. And also, we have something that no other species out there has. So that is the God gene, the God Source code. So that's what makes us different than the rest of the extraterrestrials out there.
But we have a question over here, actually. Hold on.
Louis, can I ask my question first?
One second.
Warner Saban is saying 11 through 15. Anybody that's 11 through 15. Did you ask a question, Ismael? Could you repeat her question?
Yeah. There's a lot of people here who don't know who you are, and we don't know your name or...
Oh, sure. Okay, well, let me give you guys an introduction. Yeah. So her question is, there's some people here who don't know who I am. My name is Ismael Perez. I'm the author of Our Cosmic Origin, a book that reveals the real history of the Earth in galactic history, it's a present history of the Earth that goes back to Lyra, and I also reveal the organization of cosmos and where Earth stands in relationship to the multiverse. So it's kind of like a cosmic history of our Earth, going back to the first universe. I reveal the 12 major creations and how our Earth is part of the 12th creation. And that explains why everything is in the numerical value system of the 12 houses of the zodiac, the 12 chakras, the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 apostles. We're now entering, as the Earth ascends and as we complete this grand cycle, because we're not only ending a 2,106-year cycle, which is the movement from Pisces to Aquarius, but we're also ending 3 other cycles. We're also ending a 5,000-year cycle, which is known as the World Age. And we're also ending a 26,000-year cycle, which is 5 of those. And finally, we're ending a 206 million-year cycle, which has a lot to do with the revolution of the Earth, our solar system, with its parent sun Alcyon, and Sirius B, which is the galactic arm of light that we belong to, going around the galactic core. So we're ending all those cycles, which means that it's not just about the ascension of the Earth. It's actually about the ascension of the entire galaxy and the entire universe. It's about the restoration of our universe. That's what we're doing right now, right here.
When did all of this come to you? I don't know much about you, so it's like, wow, how did this happen?
I was born awakened. I consider myself a starseed. I'm sure many of you have heard of that terminology. A starseed is a wanderer. It's an advanced soul who took the call. When the Earth was heading in a negative trajectory back in the 1950s, Mother Earth, as a living entity, set out a call to the most advanced warriors or the most advanced celestials in the cosmos. And so we took the call. And the starseed is really an extraterrestrial who made the choice to come incarnate at this time in order to save the Earth by virtue of bringing forth the higher frequency through the genetic codings. So we carry in us the genetic codings that are vibrating a new reality. And since the 50s, we've been receiving waves of starseeds. In fact, I think the first wave, as validated by Dolores Cannon, by Dolores Cannon. The first wavers came in the 50s, the second wavers came in the 60s and 70s, and then the third wavers came in as Generation X, and I believe that we now have the fourth wavers that have been coming in the numbers as the new crystal children since the year 2000.
Great, thank you. This is our last question right here.
Hello, how are you? Good afternoon. Thank you for your insight. The question is, when the solar flare comes and the whole world or the whole Earth is pushed up through the quantum belt, will that eliminate all the archons and all the negative energies and entity sources?
Okay, so should I repeat your question? Okay, so her question, to answer her question, yes. Yes, because by cosmic law, it is prohibited for any negative energy or AI or Draco or Archon to exist within the photon band. And you guys want to know why? Because the photon band is directly the central source and is connected to the central side of the galaxy. And in order to exist in the photon band, which is when our solar system aligns with the galactic core, no negative entity will be able to withstand the high frequencies of long waves.
We'll take one more question. It's very interesting. Go ahead.
All right, everybody. So supposedly, December 21st of 2012, the world was freaking out, correct? Yeah. So, what changed? Well, go ahead and check out the patent, and I'll thank Jason Q for this, because I do watch his shows. 2006, they came out with a sun. A sun. You cannot go ahead and get a patent on God's creation, but you can on something else that you create. So if the Mayan calendar was correct, and there was no sun, then everything would die. So the other side, that people, put that little guy in the sky, and nothing against you, sir, but if you go ahead and look at the moon, you're going to see two images, two. One where we live, and the greater plane that we live on. Thank you.
So you didn't have a question.
Let me just address that. We don't live according to the original calendar. We are obviously under the wrong timekeeping system, which was imposed by the cabal under the guise of the Roman Empire. So according to the real calendar, we're about 12 years off. So the real 2012 is 2022, 2024. So I just wanted to point that out. Also, I do teach a starseed cosmology class, and if you guys want to get to know whether you are a starseed or where you come from, I go in depth. We discuss chakras, dimensions, galactic history, cosmic history. You can go on the mysticarts.org or mysticarts.org, and you guys could, sign up to my course. I am booked till February, but again, it is mind-blowing information. And for those that haven't had an opportunity to read my book, it is the most revealing book of the century. That's what I've been told by many who have read it. Our Cosmic Origin, and you can order it off of Amazon by Ismael Perez. Oh, yes. Once I'm able to get a hold of my original, it's called The Secret Government. Yes, I'm actually working on getting that, the file back on that, so that way I can republish The Secret Government.
Well, I just want to say, I think I know someone in my hometown Whittier that actually has that book.
Oh, well, no, I've already got the contact with the guy who's got the actual file where I can actually re-edit it and, modify it if I want to. Just to bring it more up to date. But yeah, can you imagine publishing that book in 2008? Revealing that 9/11 was an inside job and, all that stuff. All right, well, thank you so much, guys.
All right.
How do you listen?
Right now we're going to play 3 songs. I don't think you have to get attention because...
And then it should save it, right?
Chẳng được quên khi cơn mưa đêm lại về. Em đã quên lời thề và ta như đông chìm sâu. Không gần mới em anh nhận màu. Em chỉ cần mơ đâu em bay. Chỉ còn là những cơn mưa vô giá. Cho bên mơ em không mơ anh. Anh một đêm mơ. Chỉ cần bên em không được cần nhớ. Và chỉ khôi không muốn nhớ. Và người ta bên nhau như ngã thơ. Muốn nhớ về say em chỉ quên với em ở đây. Và anh như muốn chết đi nhưng không muốn em mơ mày. Tình yêu làm cho ta đau đầu. Không em như nằm hâm mộ. Anh như đứa mong cầu. Và vui bên em hút sầu. Chào các bạn mai mà mơ. Chỉ có bên em nhưng đừng có mơ. Em vẫn đang dài. Em muốn bên ai. Anh không mong gì hơn. Chỉ mong em sẽ ở đây ôm anh thật gần. Anh chỉ mong đôi ta được có nhau. Và đừng em đâu anh có em. Một đêm bên nào đừng có em. Ta sẽ trao nhau môi hôn thật sâu. Ôm anh.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't. Peace.